So good morning, guys. I want you to do me a favor, man. Drop in the chat box where you are from, where you're logging in from. Drop your country, drop your name in the chat, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Right? Drop it in the chat box. Let's see who's plugged in on this call at 6:15 a.m. Looking for you guys. I see we got Noel from Switzerland. Big up yourself. Yvette from Barbados. We got Evelyn from St. Martin. Dacia, where you from? We got good morning from Barbados. Okay, Shanae. Sherry Berry from Barbados. Sophia from Barbados. Lana Boat here from Barbados. We got Dishes also from BIM. Okay, we got Fred from the USA. What's good, bro? Where are you guys at? Renee from Barbados, Shanice from Barbados, Josette from Barbados. We got Tammy from Barbados. We got Vicario from St. Martin, Stephanie from Bermuda. Okay, Bermuda in the house. Chairwoman Danny's from Barbados. We got Darian from Barbados, Jamila from Barbados, but living in Switzerland. Carlotta from Barbados, Tamika from Barbados, she from Antigua. Okay, we got Joanna from Barbados, the Believers, show the Believers. Ryan from Toronto. Lots of Barbados people, bro. I'm saying, like where the rest of the squad at? Oh shoot, I seen some people in the waiting room. Let's add them real quick. Where the rest of the squad? We got Keisha from St. Martin. Yeah, the Barbados family strong. Good morning, good morning. Where's Jamaica at? Where is St. Vincent at? Where's the rest of the USA at? Where's the UK? They're probably at work. But let's bring them on to, where's rest of Antigua? I don't see Turks and Caicos. Where the squad at? Bring them on the line. Go call them out in the chat. Tell them listen, get on the call, man. Barbados family strong. Where the rest of the squad? Grenada, Janika, shout out to you on the call. Plug in Tavia from Jamaica. Okay, okay. Big up yourself, Jamaica. Right? Bring the rest of your Jamaica squad on. All right, guys. So definitely wanted to do this call. As you guys know, man, my name is Kailash, the chairman 10 with this organization. But yeah, the chairman also trades, and I want to help you guys, get results. So I know a number of persons asked this question. They're winning trades, but they are not seeing their account growing, right? They're not seeing their account growing. So there's two things that we're going to talk about here today. That is risk management and trade management. We're going to tie the two in together at the same time. Okay, we're going to tie the two in together at the same time. And it should really help you. We've been through some of it a little bit before, but I'm gonna run over it again. All right, I'm gonna go over it again to make sure you guys are absolutely clear. Let me know if that's all right. All right, jump in the chat. That's all right, okay. That's all right. Jump in the chat. That's all right, okay. Let me know, so that we can go over this and really go into depth with it. Because some persons, man, they gotta get it, right? And we're gonna break it down for the next 45 minutes. All right, cool. So I see that's all right. So let's get it. Let's jump into it. And let's make some sense of this. As you guys know, I love to put everything in perspective. You guys should be absolutely clear on this by the time we are finished. Okay. By the time we are finished. All right. So you guys know, man, I always am on the whiteboard. So that's where we're gonna start. So you guys should be seeing a whiteboard right now. Let me know if you guys are seeing that. Let me know if you guys are seeing that. Like you should be seeing a little whiteboard thing going on in your screen. And then we're gonna take it. Okay, awesome, awesome. Perfect. All right. So let's talk about this. So, like we said, sometimes individuals might be winning trades, right? But still ending up, right? But still ending in a negative, right? That ever happened to anyone? Like, let me know. Is that you on the call? Like, you saying the same thing? Like, are you winning trades, but I still end up in the negative, or my wins are smaller than my losses. Right? My wins are smaller than my losses, right? So you win a trade, it's $100. You lose a trade, you're losing 200, right? You're losing 200. So you end up in a negative still. It's like, what's going on? Let me see in the chat if you guys, yep, I see yes, B's. Yeah, you can be honest, you be straight up because we're gonna cover that here real quick. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna give you the simple answer to both of these, right? The simple answer to both of these issues is one, risk management. Two, nobody guess what the second one is? What's the second one? What do you guys think the second one is? Beautiful your responses. Absolutely, trade management, right? Trade management. No, I'm glad that, let me see what the name was, because the person pointed it out. I'm glad that Rashid pointed this out because the little spin that we're going to take it from when it comes to risk management now is going to be surrounded around risk to reward. All right. So risk to reward is also going to be included in this. And those are the two main, we can might as well say three then, reasons why you might see this and not end up in profits, for example. Okay. So let me ask this question though. Actually, let's add a third thing to this, right? Or rather like part A's and B's to it. Right. Um okay, give me one sec, guys. Hold on 1 second. Tammy, I'm gonna make you a co-host, to handle some persons in the waiting room coming in and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit distracting. Okay, so all right, awesome. All right, so yes, what was it saying here now? Mm, all right, gonna come back to me. All right, so this is where we're gonna go around risk management, risk reward, trade management. All right, so let's talk about this. Okay, let's talk about this. As it relates, so talk to me in the chat, guys, because this is for you. I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to really grasp this thing. This thing has to hit you like a ton of bricks. Or if it doesn't, you're gonna be in the same place, same time next week. And I want you guys to progress. This is not going in circles. You gotta make some progress here. Yeah. All right. So as it relates to your trades, right? I know we go through risk management. You guys are familiar with the rules and everything that we have, but now the question is for you guys individually on this call, right? What is your percentage risk per trade, right? Tell me in the chat box, what is your percent risk per trade? Like, what are you risking per trade? What are you risking per trade? You gotta know this. If you don't know, no, at this point you're gonna be like, all right, percent. It's a percent. Lot size is not a percent. And that's what we're gonna talk about here today too, right? We're gonna talk about that. Your lot size is not your percentage. Okay. Talk to me in the chat, guys. I see a few persons respond. If you don't know, I want you to also type I don't know. Like talk to me straight up. All right, talk to me straight. So I'm seeing 1%, I see 2%, I see 3%. right? I want you to talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chats. Okay, someone said I don't know. Cool. Right? If you don't know, type of don't know in the chat. Someone said they do 5%. Right? Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Sometimes I do 1, sometimes I do 2. Okay, 2 or 3%. Right, I do 5%. Okay, okay. If you don't know in the call, guys, say that you don't know. I listen. The purpose of this call is so that we can clear the air, so that we can be sure everybody is clear. Right? Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. So you see between 1 and 5%, and I also see I don't know, and I also see sometimes a particular risk, sometimes another risk. All right, let's talk about that. Right. So let me just put here. So this is your guys' responses. Sometimes risk changes. Right. Sometimes risk changes, and also I don't know. Right. Now let's talk about these two because this is gonna explain and help you guys understand exactly why you experience the challenges here that we spoke about, right? So let's break it down. All right, let's break it down. All right, so guys, here's what happens. All right, here's what happens if I am using different risk at different times. So you see sometimes where you have sometimes they risk 1%, sometimes they risk 3%, sometimes they risk 5%, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now again, let's put that into practical examples. Okay, practical examples. Let's say, for example, you have a trade where let's say for example, typical account size, let's say you got an account with $1,000, right? Let's talk about that. I'm gonna make this simple. Okay, you got an account with $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. When you're risking out 1% of your account, what is that risk in dollar value? I want you guys to know it as well, so that you are, you can do this thing in your sleep. Okay, I want you to be able to do this in your sleep. So what is 1%? What is 2%? What is 3%? I'm going based on the numbers you guys gave. And what is 5%? What is 5%? Let me see. So let's start with 1%. What is 1%? Check the chat. Okay, cool. So I see 10, 10, 20, 30, 50. All right, cool. All right. So 1% puts you at $10. 2%, 2% puts you at $20. 3% puts you at $30. And 5% it puts you at $50. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So yep, again, I want to put this in perspective. I want to make sure you guys understand. So this means that regardless to what your stop loss is, your stop loss could be 100 pips, your stop loss could be 1,000 pips, your stop loss could be 5 pips, 10 pips, 15 pips, whatever. If this is your risk, 1%, 2%, 3%, or 5%, if this is your risk, this should always be your loss. Your loss amount should not change. Do you guys agree? Talk to me in the chat. Do you guys agree? If I am risking 1% of my account, if this stop loss is 100 pips, or if it is 50 pips, or if it is 5 pips, I should not be risking no more than the same 1%, which means my account should not, I should not lose no more than $10. You guys, okay, cool. I see the agrees. Now that already, light bulbs should be going off in your mind. This is the first point right here. Light bulbs should be going off in your mind because now, if I have different losses per trade, then I'm not taking the same amount of risk per trade. Okay? Because then here's what's gonna happen. At this point, at 2%, let's say for example, some trades I'm risking at 1%, some trades I decide, you know what, I'm gonna risk a 3% on it. Then what's gonna happen? I might end up losing $30 on one trade. I may end up losing $10 on another trade. Right? So then my losses become inconsistent because my risk is also inconsistent. Okay. So first note to really write down, use consistent risk. Okay. Use consistent risk. If you're trading with 1% of your account, risk 1% of your account. If you're risking 2%, risk 2%. If you're risking 3%, risk 3%. Now, personally, I would not advise going past 3%. So if you're doing 5%, you a little too risky at this point, right? You want to cut back your risk. Why? Again, let's put that in perspective also, guys. All right? Listen, you're gonna call me Mr. Perspective. All right? Let's make sense of that. Because I want you to see it. You know, the reason why a lot of persons don't do certain things is because they can't see it. You know, I remember I said this is probably the most math that you're gonna do when it comes to trading. I know some persons that don't like math at the beginning to say, you know, this thing looks like a whole bunch of math. And we tell them, nah, it isn't. But this is the most math that you're gonna do because you gotta manage your money. Yeah, you gotta manage your money. So this is we gotta call this money management here now. All right. This is money management as well. So risk management, trade management, teach you guys how to manage your money here as well. Okay. That's all you get, you know. Because remember, always remember this. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. All right. It's about how much money you keep. So if you're just making and losing it, then you're wasting time. All right. So let's talk about this here. Refresh my memory real quick. What was I about to do here, guys? We were going through this. 5%. If you're using inconsistent risk, oh yeah, and I was saying that I would not go past 3%. Right? Let me see who's paying attention. Right, yeah, money management. Cool. Right? We're not going past 3%. Right. I want to get this specific thing. Because let's say, for example, if I use 1% risk, guys, you gotta lose 100 trades consecutive to blow your account. You guys get that? Right? I gotta lose 100 trades consecutively for my account to blow. Why? Because 100 trades is gonna put me 100% loss. Right? That's clear, right? Like you guys got that, right? If I do 2%, 2% though is gonna put me at 50 trades, right? 2% is gonna put me at 50 trades because at this point, once again, 100%. Okay, so 3% is probably gonna be about 33 trades or so. Same 100%, right? So no seeing this, because if you do 5%, no, you only got 20 trades. You take 20 trades loss, consecutive, 100% is done. Account is blown. So as soon as you're going past that, you put yourself in problems because you're not giving yourself enough chance, right? You're not giving yourself enough chance to um grow your account, right? The amount of time that you have to blow your account, you know, is too fast. It's too quick, right? It is too quick. You could lose 20 trades consecutive. Your account is done. Yeah. 3%, a little better. You know, you got 33 trades. 2%, you got 50 trades at least. You know, to your account basically is done at this point. Okay, so I want you guys to see it. So now at this point, now you understand. Okay, cool. I got to be taking, you know, some better risk, right? I got to be taking some better risk because that's the reason why I'm not seeing my account grow. Sometimes I might see it go up. Sometimes I see it come back down because my risks are also inconsistent. Okay, so we got to use wisdom as it relates to, you know, how we trade our accounts. Okay, remember, it's not about you getting rich in a day. Get rich over time. Okay, don't get rich in a day. Get rich over time. How do you get rich over time? Being consistent. Okay, being consistent in every area, and this is probably going to be the hardest part, right? But I'm sharing it with you because at this point now you have the information. You got to make the decision now. What are you going to do with it? Okay, awesome. So you guys can see this as well in front of your face. This is why you might not see the results that you want to see. Now also let's add to that. Okay, let's add to this as it relates to risk to reward. Now, this is super important to understand because I know a lot of people don't understand the risk to reward. Let me know in the chat box, like if you got this thing understood. If you don't understand risk to reward, type of RR in the chat box. If you don't understand risk to reward, type RR in the chat box. Don't worry, there was a point where I didn't understand it either. I was like, all right, I have no idea what is this. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. I just needed to see it explained. That was it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's it. You know, type of R in the chat. Don't lie to me, guys. Don't lie to me. If you don't know, type it. Don't know because if it's only a few people, I'm gonna just keep it moving. Because that means that it's just a few people, right? So if you don't know, type it in the chat box. Talk to me in the chat. Let me know. Type of R in the chat if you don't understand it. Right? Like if I had to tell you right now on this call, I want you to unmute your mic and explain what risk to reward is, and you can do that confidently. Do not type a RR. But if you can't do that confidently, drop that RR in the chat. Let me see it. See Dacia, see Bali, Renee, Janika, Teresa. I see Frederick. Okay, so only a few people there. So everybody else, cool. Everybody else is good. Renice, I'm sorry. I, I am sorry. Okay, so I don't see any other responses. Or for those who wouldn't see it. All right, so I'm gonna explain it. No, literally, it is what it says. What am I willing to risk versus what am I willing to gain? Okay, so for example, I might be risking, $1 to gain $10. Right? Let me start smaller. By risking $1 to gain two, you might get $1 to gain three, right? $1 to gain five, $1 to gain 10, $1 to gain 100, right? Etc. So when we're talking about risk to reward, it is basically a ratio that you're looking at, right? Let me add that risk to reward ratio. Because now at this point, it's like I'm risking $1. Yeah, so we get a little bit of math here, ratios when we are at school. This is basic math though, guys. Come on. Right? You're risking $1 to gain $2, which is twice the size of our account. Yeah. Or to gain $3, which is 3 times the size of our risk. Sorry, right? 3 times the size of our risk, or 5 times the size of our risk. So that means that if my risk is 1%, right? So let me start here. If my risk to reward is a 1 to 3 risk to reward, and my risk is 1%, what is my reward? What is my potential reward? Talk to me in the chat. Based on this, my is there on the screen. What is my reward? What's my absolutely 2%, right? My reward is going to be 3%, right? Because if I'm risking one to 3, my reward has to be 2%, right? That's simple, right? So once again, if I'm risking, if my risk to reward ratio is 1 to 1, for example, if I'm risking 3% risk, what is my reward? Tell me in the chat, right? If I'm risking a 1 to 1 ratio, my risk is 3%. What is my reward? Correct. It is also 3%. Okay. Now, here's where it becomes interesting. All right. Because if this is what's happening, right? And I say, you know what? I'm gonna risk 1% at one point, and then I risk 3% at another time. What's gonna happen here, right? What's gonna happen? Let's see that both of my risks here, this was a 1 to 1 as well. Okay, this was a 1 to 1. So that means that at this point, what would this reward be? My risk is 1% here. My reward would be what right here? Let me see if you guys really following. Gotta ask you these questions to see if you're following. My risk to reward is a 1 to 1. My risk is a 1%. What is my reward? 1%. Absolutely. All right. So here's what happens when you use inconsistent risk. The first time you risk 1%. So your gain was 1%. The second time you say, you know what, I'm gonna risk 3%, but I end up losing the trade. You lost 3% of the trade. Let me know in the chat if that's all clear. At this point, this should be making just a lot of sense to you guys now. All right, this should be making a lot of sense to you guys because now you say, okay, I risk 1%, but then I came and I risked a bigger percentage. I risked 3%. So that means I actually lost. But this trade here, right? So this trade I won. Second trade I lost. So I'm wondering, like, why is it my win was so small, but my loss was so big? Because here, that 1% of my account was right here, right? My 1% was $10. So I took a $10 loss, right? I took a $10 I took a $10 win on my first trade, right? I took a $10 win on my first trade, but then the loss, no, I end up losing $30. Right? The loss, I end up losing $30. It's because your risk is inconsistent. Okay, it's because your risk is inconsistent. Absolutely. So then when you see trades now that we got you can see that it's like a 1 to 3 risk to reward, right? You can see, for example, this is a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Here's what happens when you use consistent risk. Okay, when you use a consistent risk, right? At this point, let's see, you won 10. At this point, you lost 10, right? Because it's the same amount of risk being used. Okay, and then right here, right here, you win this particular trade now, same 1% risk. Okay, what is your reward? Talk to me here in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys tell me because I want to make sure you guys understand. Okay, so I'm gonna keep asking so you can repeat it because the more you repeat it, the more it becomes a part of you, right? And you actually know it. Yeah, cool, Shatik. Well, so here now your reward is 3%. Listen, you guys gonna be able to do this in your sleep. Okay, 3%, absolutely. Shanna, So then you won this trade, and just like that, boom, bang, right? You made $30 on this particular trade, right? So you see how it changes now. Okay, you see how it changes. So then when a trade now, decides, okay, yeah, cool. We're gonna get a 1 to 5 risk to reward out of this particular trade, right? So you might see a stop loss at legit 10 pips. Your take profit is 50 pips. And here's another note. It doesn't really matter the amount of pips, right? Like, take this in. It doesn't matter the amount of pips that you have to gain to make money. I hear a person say, man, I want to trade gold because you make money fast. I want to trade US 30 because I want to make money fast. I want to trade this particular pair because you make money fast. It is not in the pips. It is not really on it doesn't really matter how much pips you gain. What matters is your risk to reward ratios. Okay. Because you may have a trade that has a 10 pip risk. You only get 50 pips, but guess what? Talk to me in the chat. You risk 1% of your account. What is your reward? What is your reward? You risk 1%. What is your reward? We got a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio, right? A 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. Everybody just leave all the percentages right now. We just going straight to dollar value, right? It's a 5% gain. I want you guys to all listen. Think in percentages first, right? Think of the percentages first. Yeah. We tend to think in money first, but I want you to think in percent first. Okay. So 5% you're risking, and you gained, right? You gained that $50. Yeah, on that particular trade. Cool. So we see how it can happen, because at this point, let's say that this could have been, a 30 pip to stop loss, for example. You gained 30 pips, I only made $10, right? Like in a 1-to-1. All right, this one right here could have been a 20 pip stop loss, with a 30 pip, with a 60 pip take profit. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this on the chart. So we're gonna take all this, transition it to the chart, make you guys understand clearly. So 20 pip stop loss, 30 pip gain, you only won $30. Why? Because of risk to reward ratios. Okay, because of the risk to reward ratio. So far, are we clear? I see we got like 78 persons on the call. Even if you are doing something right now, I want you to just pause and let me know in the chat that you are clear. Okay, just let me know. I want everybody to let me know, because if you're on the call and you're doing nothing, you like ain't saying nothing, like, I don't know, man. You probably ain't getting this information either. Everything. It doesn't matter what you are trading. Everything is a percent risk of your account. Everything is a percent risk. I see the all clears coming in. Cool and freezing. Let's see. Tell the meeting chat. Test the information. Okay. No problem. All right. So you guys are clear. Awesome. Now, the last 10 minutes, 8 minutes or so, let's take this to the chart. Right. So we got this understood. Right. We got this understood. Awesome. Now, I'm glad you guys got this understood. That it makes sense. Save this. Okay, cool. Now, let's take this information to the chart. All right, let's take this. And before we move on, is there any questions? Is there anything that you guys want to ask before we move on? Just let me know real fast. Check the chat. Can't hear anything. Can you send it to me? Can't hear anything. You guys, everybody else gotta be hearing me for sure. All right. All right. So, yeah, my God, check your mic for sure. I mean, you're not hearing me, so. All right, so let's put this information on a chart. Haven't looked at any charts for the morning, but I seen some big drops and stuff in the market. All right, so now all right, so let me know. You guys should be seeing my screen right about now. Can you see my screen? Talk to me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. Yeah, okay, great, good stuff. All right, so let's talk about this on the chart and how you can know what your risk to reward ratios are. That's the first thing we're gonna look at. Okay, that's the first thing we're gonna look at. So let's say, for example, all right, let's say, for example, let's look here. Let's say here we say, you know what, we're going to enter this trade right here. This is our entry into the trade. This is our stop loss right here. Okay, so we entered here. This is our stop loss right on this line here. Okay, your take profit. We're gonna take profit right here, right? Well, right here. Okay, so our take profit here is gonna be in line with this. So this is take profit 1. This is here, take profit 2. Okay, so we're taking profit 1 here, take profit 2 right here. Okay, now with that information, how do you find out what your risk to reward is? You're gonna go over to the left of your screen. You're gonna go over to, so you see here, it's gonna come up prediction and measurement tools. Okay, you're gonna click on that, the arrow, and you're gonna click long or short position tool. Long is for buying, short is for selling. You guys should know this from the academy, right? So long is for buying, short is for selling. Okay, so in this case, we're gonna click long, and we're gonna start this from where we enter the trade. Okay, so you just click on it. The green area shows you, all this is profits up here. The red area shows you your stop loss. So all this will be losses down here. Okay, so we just pull it up to where we're looking to take profit on our stop loss. The middle area is your entries. Okay, so I said, like, we are hovering over this and we can see everything right here. So immediately, what is your risk to reward? Look at this on your screen. Tell me what's your risk to reward based on this. Based on this, what is your risk to reward that is you're seeing on the screen? Tell me in the chat. Put it in a ratio. We're going back to school here. We're gonna learn some ratios here real quick. If you didn't understand it at school, you understand it now. Right? It's a 1 to be exact, it's a 1 to 3.63 ratio. Right? If you want to keep it simple, you can do 1 to 3.6, or you can do a 1 to 3, so that you got an idea. But the point is, you guys understand. So awesome. So what does this mean? $1,000 account, you risk how much of your account? Let's say that we go based on a 3% risk, right? You go based on a 3% risk. So 3%, okay? You go based on a 3% risk. $1,000 is how much money? We established that was $30. Okay, we established that was $30, and the risk to reward is a 1 to 3.6. Okay, so quick maths, anybody? Right, quick maths, anyone? If you're risking $30, what is the potential gain? What is the potential gain? Well, it's gonna be a little bit more than $90, because it's a 3.6, right? It's going to be a little bit more than $90. So, okay, cool. That's with the exact number. We're going to gain, so that number right? All right, it's seeing different numbers. So let me just use the calculator here real quick. Let me use the calculator real fast. All right, so it's $108. All right, cool. So you just risk $30 to gain $108 on this trade. Okay, that is all this says. So this take profit was a 65 pip take profit. If we take it up and we went to the other take profit, what's your risk to reward right here? What's your risk to reward right here? A 1 to 4.7. Yeah. So you see where your risk to reward is here. All right. So let's say, for example, no, guys, you won this trade. Right? You won this trade using a 3% risk. You know, we're gonna keep it at TP1, right? At that 1 to 2.6, you won that $108. All right, awesome. Perfect. All right. But then the next time, you know, you enter a trade at some weird place, right? And this is where, you know, like I said, risk to reward is super important, right? You enter a trade at some messed up area that causes your stop loss to be big. All right. So let's say, you know, you say, all right, I enter my trade here. I don't know why you enter here, but you enter your trade right here, right? And my stop loss now is right here, right? This is my stop loss. So in turn, my take profit was right here. Okay, this is my take profit right here. So again, let's put risk to reward into perspective. Boom. All right. What is your risk to reward here, guys? What is your risk to reward? A 1 to 2.1. Now watch this. Watch this. All right. Watch this. How many pips is this? This is 82 pips, right? Right? This is a 82 pip take profit, right? So you're looking at the pips, like, yeah, boy, boom, I'm gonna get 82 pips out of this trade. Watch this. Right here, this was 66 pips take profit. Showing the importance, right? Showing the importance here. This is a 66 pip take profit right here. You had a 1 to 3.6 risk to reward ratio here. Okay. Here, you got a 1 to 2, a 1 to 1.21 risk to reward ratio. So here, right here, despite you might be catching more pips, look, you made a lot less money. Why? Because you use the same 3%. Actually, I mean, you get yeah, well, yeah, you use the same 3% risk, which is $30 loss, right? But what do you gain? Right? Now you're taking the same risk, right? You're taking the same risk. You're not risking more because remember, regardless if this is a 68 pip profit, you know, or 18 pip. Sorry, if this is a 68 pip stop loss or 18 pip stop loss, your risk must remain the same. You guys remember this, right? Your risk must remain the same at all times. You're losing only 3%, 1%, 2%, whatever your risk is. I personally do 3, some persons do 2, some persons do 1. Okay, whatever your risk is at that point, you're only going to lose that 3% risk maximum. Okay, maximum. So, okay, so if you want to take it to that point, Amanda, absolutely. It has to align, it has to match up, right? Because, again, let's say, for example, I got a 5 pip stop loss. Remember, risk is $30, right? Let's bring this all together here real fast. It should be super clear. You got a 5 pip stop loss. You're risking 3% of your account, should be at $30. What is your lot size for you to lose $30 on a trade? For you to lose only 3%. What is your lot? If you want to take it to lot sizes, you know, what is your lot size? The apps thing you really takes care of that. So if you don't have the apps then you, make sure you get it, right? So Shatiqua on the ball here. So we had a 0.6 lot size. That's gonna do it. Yeah, that should do it, right? A 0.6 lot size, because we know 6, that's $6 a pip. $6 by 5 pips puts you at a $30 loss. Okay, so see the diff. Well, now let's go based on our example now that we had here, right? Take it practical examples, right? So this one had a stop loss of 18 pips. Remember, we're still looking to lose these same $30. Nothing more, nothing less. So we still on 3%. We got an 18 pip stop loss. What is your lot size? Talk to me, Shatiqua, since you're the only buddy right now. You know, what's your lot size with an 18 pip stop loss? Yeah, 0.07. Around there. All right, cool. I'm working with you, trusting you here. Right, so 0.07 lot size. Okay, now what's the next one? Yeah, of course there's mass. No, right? Because in money management, right? In money management, you gotta it's mass. That's the facts here. That is why a lot of people lose their money, because they don't do the simple math. This is the simple math that you got to do with your account, right? So with this example now, this one is a 68 pip loss stop loss. This is a 68 pip stop loss. Okay. So for me, once again, to lose that same $30, what is my lot size going to be? What is my lot size going to be? Since Shatiqua talking to me, we're gonna talk to Shatiqua. 68 pips is your lot, is your stop loss pip count. What is your lot size? What is your lot size? This one harder. You're taking longer. All right, cool. This will hard. This will be taking longer to do. All right, so the lot size is gonna be like a 0.04 or so. Yeah, like a 0.04 lot size. All right. Yeah. So so you see difference. We come out with the same result. $30 loss, $30 loss, still 3%, still 3%, still 3%, right? But let's look at the gain though. Look at the gain. Remember this one here, this was a 1 to 3.6. So let's just keep it simple. Okay, the first was a 0.17. Okay, thanks for the correction. Right? Let's keep it simple. So you guys see how the lot sizes change, right? You see how the lot sizes change based on your stop loss, but we taking the same risk, right? But then let's look at the reward now. Let's look at the reward. Because now the first trade, the reward was 3.6, right? Which is, we could call this a 9.6% reward, right? That's how it's going to work out in percentages. Let me know if you guys understand before I move. Because listen, the more we continue, the quieter you guys are becoming. Which means I take quiet for I'm becoming so lost. That's how I take quiet. I take quiet as I am becoming so lost right now. Right? So let me know in the chat. Talk to me. Somebody says show the math. No problem. No problem. Right? Trying to get you understand it a bit lost. Yeah, I know. I see all the everybody go quiet. So I say, yeah, I know right now. Some of you guys lost. Where did the 9%? All right, cool. I gotta show you guys here though. It's funny. All right, so somebody says show the maths, right? No, we know this, guys. If you went through the academy, you should know this. You know that 0.17 lot size is $1.70 per pip, right? $1.70 per pip. So if it's $1.70 per pip, $1.70 per pip by this 18 pips gives you the $30 loss, right? If you're trying to work out lot sizes and you're not that good with maths and all that kind of stuff, download the app STINU, STINU. Download it, download it, download it. If you have not downloaded it as yet, you are wasting time. Go and download the app STINU right now. Like now, as I speak. STINU. It does this math for you. Okay, I am just making you guys aware. Okay, but it does the math for you. That is your calculator for trading. All right, put in the account balance, put in your risk, put in your stop loss, and it will give you your lot size. Okay, that is how the app STINU works. Now, with this understanding, so 0.04, we know that is 40 cents per pip. So 40 cents per pip by 68 pips, good. We there. We good. Now we just said, follow me, and you guys are who are teaching the class. I'm following you, right? So some of you guys saying you lost, but you teaching, not me, right? So watch this. We took a 3% risk. We said the risk to reward was a 1 to 3.6. Did we say that? Talk to me. Did we say that the risk to reward was a 1 to 3%, 3.6 on this particular trade right here? Did we say that? Okay. I'm waiting. Talk to me. Fast. According to Danny's, just keep the chat box open. Right? Just keep the chat box open. Don't shut it down. Open it back. Just keep it open. Cool. Good. We said that. So what that means is the 1, right? Remember, it's a 1 to 2.6. That means we were risking 3%, right? We were risking 3%. That means my reward in percentages, right, should be at least, I said what? I said 9.8%. It's actually going to be like 10.8% should be my reward. You guys follow? If it's a 1 to 3.6, 3.6 by 3%, right? So this is just 3.6 times the 3% is going to be 10.8%. So this is my reward. My loss is 3%. I gain 10.8%. So on this trade right here, I lost 3%. Right here, I gained 10.8%. Right? You guys follow? You guys sure? Let's put it on the chart. Let's put it on the chart, make it more visual. So here, right, we're gonna wrap up in 5 minutes. Right here, all right here, remember this was 18 pips, which was equivalent to 3%, which was equivalent to $30, right? Which was $30, right? Because you're taking a 3% risk. So this is what we were gonna lose. All right. As our trade goes up, every 18 pips should equate to 2%. Do you guys agree? If 3% risk is $30, which is 18 pips, every 18 pips should equate to 3%. You guys agree? Yeah, we're not gonna get too technical with the spread. You know, ain't gonna be that much difference money, right? Ain't gonna be that much difference. Yeah. So just taking into consideration, yeah, spread, you know, could cause different losses. So you might see sometimes you might lose $31, $32. You know, the fact is you are in that same range, all right? So don't let me make it too technical. We're gonna keep it simple, all right? So good. So 3%, $30, 18 pips. Awesome. So that means every time we go up 18 pips, we are in a 2% gain though. So right here, we just gained 3%. That makes sense? When price came from here to here, that was 18 pips, 3%, right? $30, 18 pips. That's what we just gained at this point. Does that make sense? Let me know, please. Are you guys following? Same 18 pips. From here to here was 18 pips. That was 3%. So from here to here, that was 18 pips. That was the same 3%. So you should be earning the same amount of money. Okay, perfect. Makes sense. So what that means, though, is that another 18 pips up is another 2%. Right? It's another 2%. Following. So another 18 pips up. Another 18 pips up is another 3%. Right? And then right here, this was about 14 pips. And we came to the conclusion, okay, the total amount of reward was 10.8%. Right? 10.8% was our reward on this trade. So minimum, we should have earned 30, 30, 30, and probably about 18 or something like that in this little space here. So that's 30, 30, 30, that's $90 plus the 18 is the $108 we came to understand. All right. So you guys should be clear on that now. Because remember we said it's gonna be $108 that we're gonna earn. So we earned 30, 30, and 30, that's $90 plus another $28 at this point, 28, 18, somewhere to 18, 90, yeah, $18 that we earned at this point. Bam! We got our trade. Is that clear? Oh my goodness, I don't feel it could get any simpler than this. You should be clear at that point. Should be clear at that point. Awesome. Oh my goodness, very clear. Good. Love to hear it. Glad you guys are clear. Lord, yes, we have made some progress. No, here's the thing. I know this is where a lot of people fall down, and this is how we're going to tie in the trade management into it, right? This is how we're going to tie in the trade management into it. People are securing their profits along the way, right? So I know individuals are securing their profits along the way. Now, here's what you could do. Utilize this. If you know that every 18 pips, right, is 3%, secure your profits at those points, right? Like you know, you can look at it and see, okay, cool. At this point, my trade is 1-to-1, right? I've covered 3% of my account, you know, and you can make decisions from that standpoint as well, right? You know, I already gave you guys, you know, how to manage your trade based on market structure, right? But this is how you could uh, tie in this to it as well, or you can use the percentages to help you. So you know, okay, trade is 18 pips in profit. Okay, if I'm 18 pips in profit, you know, that means that I've secured 3% of my account. All right, cool. We 36 pips in profit. No, perfect. That means I've covered 6% of my account because it was only risking 18 pips. All right. Boom. We go up again another 18 pips, right? So we are about 50 something, 54 pips or so in profit. So I know I've covered another 3%. So far I am up 9% on this particular trade, right? So if I wanted to close it, I know that I just got a 1-to-3 at least on this particular trade. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? You guys should be clear. Then the markets pull back and slap you out. That is completely up to you, bro. You could decide I am going to close my trade because I earned 1-to-3%. I was risking 3%. I am up in profits 6%. Right? I am up in profits 6% on my trade. Close it and come out the trade if you're okay with that. Right? Close and come out the trade if you're okay with that. Because here's what's gonna happen the next trade. Yeah, here and this is where you've got to manage your trade. And if you're using risk management, you good. You're good. Because regardless, now let me show you this, right? Regardless, if I'm taking a trade now that is, and I'm just gonna go ahead and clear this off my screen so I hope you guys understand. I'm gonna clear it. Let's say this is the last example, you know, for my guy Mario here, right? Let's say, for example, let me see. Let's keep this, simple, right? Let's keep this simple. Let's keep this simple. Mm, let's see. All right. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Bam. So then we got into a trade right here, right? So got this real quick. Bam, you got into a trade right here. This was your stop loss right here. Bam, this was your take profit right here. This was your take profit right here. So this trade now, take profit is only 33 pips, right? Take profit is only 33 pips. There's nothing more going on. You ain't got that amount of pips. You just only 33 pips. Your stop loss is a 9-pip stop loss. What is your risk? And this is what I want you guys to understand because it has, listen, ain't got nothing to do with the markets, you know. We blaming it. We don't blame the markets. Don't blame the markets. Look at your risk. That's what I want you to do. Focus on your risk, because as soon as we say, no man, the markets do this, the markets do that, I'm telling you, you're gonna get tear up in the market, right? Because you know why? You know why? Because if one trade I am taking 1%, next trade I'm taking 3%, following trade I take 2%, the market going to tear you up. But if I'm taking a 3% risk each time, please, I want you guys to listen, focus on this. If I'm taking a 3% risk each time, it don't matter. It don't matter, right? 3%, 3%, 3%. It does not matter, right? If I'm 3% all the time, right? You see this? You see this? I take a 9 pip. Let's see. I don't. I'm not even gonna go here. Let's see. We got let's say we got a trade. The take profit became only 25 pips. It was only a 25 pip take profit, right? But you still risk 3%. Yeah. The risk to reward is a 2.76%. So if it's a 2.76%, I should at least gain, on estimate, I should gain 7%. Yeah, I should gain 7%. Let's say losing that trade. So this one was a win. Let's say losing that trade. I lose 3%. Right? Let's say I lose in that trade again. Guess what? I lose 3%. You're still in profit 1%. Right? Because 3 and 3 is 6. I in profit 1%. Right? That trade comes. Let's say I only get a 1-to-1 on this trade. So I gain, but I only gain 3%. Right? I just get a 1-to-1. That's it. Right? That's it. Okay. So you're up 4%, right? Let's say at this point, I see, I lose again. Right? I lose again. So right now I'm in a loss. 1, 2, 3 trades. I lose. But I win 2 trades. Right? I win 2 trades. Okay? I'm gonna extend this. I win 2 trades, right? And then I say, you know what? Listen, I lose this trade again. So right now I lose 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. And I win 2. And I win 2. So at this point here now, if Johnson, you're following with me, I'm down 2%, right? I'm in the negative 2%, correct? Right? If you got me here covered, correct. I'm down 2% now. And then, right, based on one trade that we just showed you guys there just now, right? That had a 1 to 3 points, 1 to 3.6 risk to reward ratio. Just one trade. That had a 1 to 3.6 risk to reward ratio. You gain 10.6% on that one trade. Somebody do the math for me. You won 1, 2, 3 times. You lost 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So your losses in terms of numbers, you lost 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, right? And you only won 3, which means you're only winning, like you're winning less than 50% of your trade, and you're almost 9% in profit. I hope you guys see how this works. Because if my risk inconsistent, I'm telling you, you're gonna get tear. Let me show you something. Let's say risk 1%. I say, you know what? I'm gonna risk 2%. All right, this trade, I lost it. I actually, here's what happens. Yeah, you win a trade, cool. I say, you know what? I'm gonna increase my lot size, right? So I up it to 2%, but then I take a loss, right? Then I say, you know what? I'm gonna take it back down to 1%. I lose again, right? So my confidence down. So I say, you know what? Nah, boy, 1%. Right? But then I win the trade again. Yeah, boy, win. I just win 3%. Sheesh. All right, cool. Let me up it. Right? So because I up it again, 2%. right? So I lose the trade, right? I lose the trade. You said, man, I'm gonna try it again. 2%. I lose the trade. All right, I'm gonna drop back to a 1% on this trade. Right? Let me show you what the rewards look like now. Let me show you the rewards, what it look like. Because 1%, but at 2%, right? This 2% no, right? This 2% is a 2% loss. Okay? It's a 2% loss. Yeah? You come here again, it's a 2% loss. Right? You come here again, you win 2%. Okay? You come here again, 2%, you lose 2%. Right? I incorrect here. You lost 1%. Okay? You lost 1%, 2%, 2%, boom, you lose 2% again. Right? Look, you up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Right? It inconsistent. And then you come here again, right? And based on this, because you got 1% risk now, you gain 3%. Okay? So let's look at this. So you gain 3, you gain 3, you gain 2. 3 is 6, 2 is 8%, right? 8% total. Here you lost 2, and 1 is 3, and 2 is 5, right? And 2 is 7. You gain 1%. You see the difference? You gain 1% on this. Because your loss, like your risk is all over. Everybody say it's erratic, right? Your loss, your risk percent is all over the place. So at this point, you end up in a 1% profit. Whereas if I was just consistent with my lot size, with my risk, I end up in a 9% profit. Yeah. So don't blame the markets. Look at your risk. That is what I want you guys to do, right? Look at your risk. If my risk inconsistent, my results will be also. Okay. So guys, I hope this made sense for you guys, right? We went a bit over time, a bit too much over time, right? But I hope that you guys definitely got value from this. We're gonna probably we could do another session on it as well. You know, um, I definitely hope you guys got, you know, all the value. This made more sense. You could use better risks. You can be consistent. Don't blame the markets, man. It's so easy to blame external factors. We gotta look internal, not external, right? Like internal. Granted that every trade will not be a winning trade, but if I am using consistent risk, then my results they'll be consistent as well. Because always remember this: it is one trade away. All right, one trade could change your life. One trade using proper risk could put you back in profits. You could be down 6% for the week, and one trade put you at 10.8%. Bump, you're back in profits. Because my risk consistent. My risk consistent. Right? There's no way that you're gonna lose 20 trades or 30 trades back to back. There's no way. Right? You gotta be poor. Right? You gotta be terrible doing that. Yeah. So hope you guys got value, man. Definitely get you guys this recording. We're gonna go into our live trading session now.